Speakers are requested to refrain from talking on the three taboo topics: sex, politics, and religion. All attendees must mute their audio unless instructed otherwise by the host. However, you can use the reaction buttons generously to show your appreciation. Please note that this online meeting is being recorded. Now, for some special, very important golden rules to be observed just only for today. Laughing and smiling are a must. Be ready for some harmless leg pulling. White lies and exaggerations will be used liberally. Dear district officers, please forget your designations, positions, and titles for some time. And last, a disclaimer: these are not my words or my rules. I am only reading a script given to me by some anonymous team. Now, let us welcome the most beautiful, elegant lady in town. My God, it's Katrina Kaif or Karina Kapoor or beloved Vidya Balan. I don't know. No, 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 no. It's none other than our PR manager, Double DTM Diba Surendran for opening address. Stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Shah Rukh Khan. No, no, no. Thank you, Toastmaster Shafiq. Dear district officers, advisors, mentors, and my dear fellow Toastmasters, a very happy afternoon. It's widely known to all that doing a business without advertising is like winking at a girl in the dark. You know that you are keeping up a powerful winking. Powerful winking. We all know that we are keeping up a powerful winking, but nobody else has any idea about it. During this term, this was the essence of what we learned and practiced when we were doing public relations. The public relations team were trying our best to inform everyone about the treasure of Toastmasters. We tried to showcase District 105 in front of the world as a community of the best Toastmasters. You all helped us in doing so by becoming the ambassadors of Toastmasters. You all were supported us with the best PR materials in a highly professional manner. Thank you. I also take this opportunity to thank our district and region leaders who continuously guided us on each step. Thank you. And special thanks to the Jumbo PR team who worked very hard to maintain the momentum throughout the year. I owe you all a lot. Today, apart from the normal PR updates and award announcements, we are having a fun session. Just fun is intended. Really hope and wish that with the roasting planned here, no one gets offended with this year-end fun. If anyone is sensitive enough to get hurt by facing some simple roasting from the PR team, my request, please excuse yourself from the roasting from the beginning itself. The temp is kept at 1879 degrees. So it's your responsibility and my guarantee that the audience will have some fun. Take us through the next 2 hours with genuine PR updates and awards and the roasting. We have 2 very naive MCs. You all know that the healthiest South Indian breakfast is idli. This lady, she will travel from one end of UAE to the other end just for eating idli. She is famously known as the Idli Padmaja in the public relations world. Wait. Before inviting her, let me introduce one more person. He is the most innocent person I have ever seen. More innocent than a newborn. He is one of my team members but he never attends my phone calls. I was lucky enough to talk to him once over phone. That was before joining my team. That time he told me, I will do any number of posters for the district if you give me an opportunity to work with the district newsletter, one newsletter. But alas, at the end, he worked with 11 of our district newsletters out of the 15 released ones. And his name is Nitin. Let's put our hands together to welcome the Ignatius Padmaja and our resident mimic Nitin. Big round of applause, MCs. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me. Yes, no, yes.
Yes.
Give me a Nelson's pose. Yeah, love it. Okay. Welcome to our last peer event for the year 2020-2021 for the final release of our newsletter. Hope you are still awake after that 5 minutes monologue from Deepa ma'am. She always sounds so diplomatic, isn't it? Yeah. And if you have missed any part of that speech, not to worry. You will get everything tomorrow morning in your Facebook post. Thank you. If you are still listening to us, we have planned for an awesome afternoon for you all. Thank God there are no grammarians or our counter today. I'm safe.
We have planned a unique afternoon for you. Vada hasta la vista, which will be nothing less than supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Padmaja, from where you get all these big words?
That's the effect of working in the newsletter team with Soumya, Nitin. You were a head designer. How was it working for her?
Working with Soumya is awesome. But let me tell you, her English skills are adorable. But have you seen her computer skills? They are terrible. What she thinks is Twitter is same as Tinder.
Oh, tell me about it. I face this every day. By the way, Nitin, why are you not active on FB or WhatsApp? I sent you 100 reminders today.
The district tags me every day on every single post. See, I did engineering for 4 years. I had one graduation. But if you deliver a small speech in Toastmaster, you get a big congrats message on Facebook.
Exactly, Nitin. You know, last time I just finished my level 1 speech and I got tagged in all the district posts and WhatsApp posts. You know, my family and friends think I'm a TEDx speaker.
Oh, I feel sorry for your family.
That's because you're jealous, Nitin. Anyways, let's move on to the release of the first newsletter for the day for Division L. Nitin, have you ever wondered why the most eligible bachelor of Division L is still unmarried? He's so smart and he's so handsome.
Padmaja, what makes you think that I'll be thinking of a smart and a handsome man? Just to get your facts right, you know what's the average age of ladies in Toastmaster is? 40. How will he find a girl?
True. And he's a mama's boy. He goes to sleep at 9:30 and he wants his mother to hold his hand whenever he's sick.
So to introduce this mama's boy, Stephen George, we have our humorous queen who lost at D-Tech semi-final, Toastmaster Shilpa.
So let's put our hands to welcome TM Shilpa, who will take us through the release of Division L newsletter. TM Shilpa, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitin and Toastmaster Padmaja. Have you heard this famous quote by Pearl S. Buck? To find joy in work is to discover the fountain of youth. And Division L personifies these words. To release Division L newsletter today, we have someone special amongst us. He's a member of City of Gold and Take Dip Toastmasters Club. He's also a co-mentor of Creative Minds Gavel Club. He was the District Leadership Committee Chair for 2020-21. Also an ace debater and a star evaluator. He was also the first director of Division L. Formerly called as lastminute.com by his Toastmasters, he's none other than DTM Sandeep Vengasamy. I request you all to please put your hands together to welcome DTM Sandeep. Can I request the Zoom master to spotlight DTM Sandeep?
Good evening.
Over to you,
Hello.
sir. I request you to.
Yeah. You were saying something. Sorry, Shilpa, I missed what you were saying.
You're visible. Yes, you're audible, sir. Please go ahead. Over to you.
Okay, where's my Division L director? Very important that he also should be present, right?
Right here, mentor.
Very good. So we are releasing the Division L newsletter, right, at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, so my view is that thank you. I think I need to thank the whole PR team and the work done by the Division L team, which created this newsletter, and a special thank you to Stephen for ensuring that this gets done. And Stephen, I would prefer that you do the honors of releasing the newsletter rather than me doing it, because I think it's your prerogative as the current Division L director to do this.
This reminds me of last year, Sandeep, where you were the divisional director and I was the assistant divisional director, and you used to delegate everything to me. So that has not changed even one bit, you know, Sandeep, even after 1 year is gone.
No. So last year it was delegating downwards. Now it's delegating upwards. It is called the art of delegating to the best, right?
Okay.
No, but frankly, I think
if I may interrupt here, sir.
Yeah.
If I may interrupt, Stephen is known for giving wonderful thanks. So we have asked him to accept the newsletter.
Okay. So
back to you, Sandeep.
Okay. So how do I do this? I need some help in. I just announced that I released.
I request you to please share. I request you to please share a few words on this occasion. Then I should be sharing the document.
Oh, excellent. So I think I already shared. Okay, great. I think from a performance perspective, Division L this year has been a phenomenal in terms of performance. And I think all due to the great team that Stephen had in place to ensure that this was done. And I think the Division L newsletter will reflect this. The Division L newsletter will reflect the rich DNA of the clubs within the Division L. It will also reflect the performance of the Division L clubs and what legacy it will carry forward, and what legacy those clubs leave to the rest of the put into the rest of the district. So I'm going to now with that request Toastmaster Shilpa to officially release the newsletter of Division L and hand it over to the current Division L director of the Lighthouse Division of the year, Toastmaster Stephen.
Thank you so much, DTM Sandeep. I'll be sharing the newsletter.
Will you be okay.
I hope it's visible. Can somebody come?
Yeah, it's visible.
They can see.
Thank you.
It is. So Toastmaster Stephen, it's all yours. And a great job done. Well deserved.
Thank you. Shilpa, shall I start?
No, Shilpa will go through it now.
All right, okay, I'll do it.
I will just take a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Then it will be all yours, Stephen.
Okay.
So here we are at the cover page of Division L newsletter. As you can see, the youthful minds of the division. And then we have the XCOM team of the division.
You mean the others are not youthful?
No, sir, I was just referring to the mindset. Everybody is youthful.
All the more reason then why it should be everyone is youthful.
So the newsletter team was not prepared for being roasted. We were just prepared to roast others.
You wait for my vote of thanks, Shilpa. Wait for that. Go ahead.
So I think by now you must have been bored by listening about all of us. You must have known really well. Just a special mention here, this newsletter has been designed a little later, because now she's part of the team. If you're one of those who always gives a fleeting glance to all those initial messages, then you have to change the course of your action, because our district leaders have really given some interesting messages in all newsletters. So do read them. Youth icon of Division L, District Division Director's message, and then his able squad of 4 area directors. The Insight article gives a peekaboo in Division L. It actually personifies the theme chosen by the division. Section we cover 3 unique clubs of Division L. Though every club is unique, these clubs have some special ways of functioning that makes them. So
Hi, Shilpa.
I think it's because she's in India. Maybe she's having a problem with her.
Yes. Yes. So I think the screen froze. Soumya, should we just go ahead or? Yeah, I think she's moving it now, but.
okay. Has it frozen?
Yeah, we can't see you. So maybe you can just now quickly take us to the newsletter and then.
Shilpa, try turning off your video, please.
Is it better now? Is it moving?
It has moved. It's at Nurturing Enlightenment.
Okay. So I was just talking about the training sessions conducted by the Division L. This article, we have come to the section where the division celebrates all those clubs that take extra efforts to make their member experiences memorable. So this section is a note to that. This year at District 105, all of us have heard this word resilience umpteen times. So this section actually gives you those 5 enchanting stories to understand this word and live this word through their stories. So please read these revival stories. And now we have come to the regular section of our newsletter series, the Stars and Stalwarts, to celebrate all the unsung heroes who have contributed relentlessly to the division and the Toastmasters fraternity. This is my personal favorite section, where the division has celebrated the club milestones of all their clubs. Another regular section of our division newsletter, this is called the Member Moments. The members have penned down some of the personal experiences that will surely bring smiles on your faces. Do read them. And then we have the club photographs of all the clubs that come under Division L. And then the district news. And finally, the acknowledgements. I request all of you to please excuse us if any of the important names are missed here. It was truly unintentional. And most importantly, I request all of you to do give a read and give us feedback on this newsletter. And you can also download this newsletter on the district website a little later. So with this, I'll give this virtual stage to our current Division L director, the most happening Toastmaster Stephen George. I asked him to send a small introduction today morning to help me introduce him, and he gave me a 5-minute voice note, and I have been given 1 minute to introduce him. So he's also the incoming president of a newly formed club. He's the current Division L director. He's been a Toastmaster for the past 7 years, and a lot of roasting is going to happen to you, Stephen. So I'm going to spare you now. So with that, I request Toastmaster Stephen George to kindly accept the newsletter and share the few words. Over to you, Stephen.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa. As the current Division L director, I would like to officially accept the newsletter, which was done with so much pride, with so much hard work done by the district PR team. A big round of applause, especially to them for all the hard work that they have put into that. So before I start off to my address, I just want to say that I officially accept this newsletter. So the district PR team, please make sure that it goes everywhere. At least 100 people read it, at least in the district. All right. So now let's start one by one. It gives me great honor to be here in front of you and to talk about this newsletter. To be very honest with all of you, there were main two truths that were told today. First of all, Deepa Surendran is the Vidya Balan of this district. So that was absolutely correct. Second of all, Nitin, where is he? I sincerely doubt our dear Soumya is technologically, yeah, you're there, Nitin. She's technologically challenged. Because I kid you not, she wakes up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. every day in the morning. Every day morning, she will have a message at Stephen Thomas George. Please review this. At Sharon, at Hazim, at all these area directors, please send member movements, please send all of this one by one. So she used to have all that organized, and she had that since the beginning in that. So that was the amount of coordination that she had done. Don't worry, Soumya, I have more content on you, but I will spare you because you did a phenomenal job this time as the assistant divisional director. So you get spared out of that. Then the second one is Toastmaster Padmaja. I mean, just look at her. Such a palm she is. Palm for the non-Malayalam speaking is innocent. Okay, like Masoonsa, you can say. So Padmaja, I mean, she looks so innocent. She looks so nice. Okay. I still remember the voice note which she sent Toastmaster Elna saying, why do you need 5 days to decide the member stalwarts of Division L? You send the list today, we will do the rest. So for her, get things done as soon as possible is the time of this one. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Padmaja, for all the hard work that you have put into the whole thing. And Toastmaster Saro, where do we start with you? To be very honest, I'm very happy of the fact that I didn't have to interact too much with you because I know such a taskmaster you are. So I'm very happy that I downward delegated the work to all the assistant division directors and the area directors to that. But thank you so much, Toastmaster Saro, for being a part of Division L as well as bringing this forth to this. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Shilpa, I'm going to be very honest with you. If you had put this much effort into the DTAC humorous speech, Nitin would not have had to introduce you in this way at all. Just FYI, okay? But don't worry, I'm still proud of you because I'm the divisional director. So let me not go into the details of that. But at the helm of affairs, we had somebody who I look up to. I don't know how she has the time for everything. She's also an auditor. She's a mother. She takes care of the house. She does everything together, but still she has the time to personally call each and every person and get things done. A huge round of applause for DTM Deepa Surendran as well, for most importantly, for selecting the right people. If you notice the PR team, now let me talk about the PR team in general. All the taskmasters, the organized taskmasters, she put in one team known as the district newsletter team. Look at the team that she has. Soumya, Saro, Padmaja, Radha, all these guys. She made sure that all the hardworking, organized people, she made it. Rest all, she decided they can have anyone to do so. But great job to all of them. The entire newsletter came into fruition only because of I would say, two sets of people. Number one would be my assistant division directors. We had Toastmaster Elna, we had Anoop. I saw Anoop here before, I'm not sure. Yeah, he's still there. All the work that was done by them, and of course the area directors. So what usually happens, guys, for those of you who don't know how a newsletter is formed is, we form a list of articles that we are doing. And these guys on the top, right, the important people, Saumya, Saro, Padmaja, Radha, all these guys, they will say, division director, we need X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Okay. What I will do is I will tell the area directors we need X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Then the area directors will go to the presidents and say X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And then the newsletter team collects everything together. So there's a lot of coordination which happens. I had a lot of pleasure doing this newsletter because I had nothing to do with the newsletter but to delegate to the area directors and the assistant division directors. But a big round of applause once again to the entire newsletter team for all the hard work that you guys had put in. It was an absolute pleasure working with you guys. And with all honesty, I hope that I never have to work on a newsletter with you guys ever again. Back to you. Back to you, Toastmaster Shilpa, or the next person who will be taking the meeting forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster Stephen, for living up to my initial introduction, for giving a detailed vote of thanks, and giving a tough competition to our PR manager, DTM Deepa. With that, I would like to hand over the virtual stage back to our roasting DMODs, Toastmaster Padmaja and Toastmaster Nitin. Thank you.
Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you. That finally got over. You take on, you do the honors, you do the honors. Oh man, seriously. Now, I believe, let's jump to the fun part. The boring part is all over. Let's start the fun quiz number 1.
Oh yes, the most exciting part is going to start. So what are we going to do here? Let me explain. We are going to put 4 of our district officers on the hot seats. And let's see how spontaneously they respond. We are going to ask each one of them rapid fire questions. And mind you, the section is called Honesty is the Best Policy. The answers must be crisp, spontaneous, and truthful. So Nitin, whom are we going to invite first?
Padmaja, before we call anyone, let me tell you, you look gorgeous today in that lovely color. How big is your wardrobe?
Oh Nitin, that's so sweet of you. I'm blushing. But you should ask Gurbinder this. His turban collection can put the biggest Kanchipuram sari store to shame. He has turbans in every color. He doesn't even know the name of those colors.
Thank God he's not bound to TMI brand colors. Just see, even today, his red turban is not conforming to TI colors. So let's put our hand together and welcome DTM Gurbinder. Sir, please, now you can switch on the camera.
Next, can we call upon DTM Deepa, Nitin?
Yes, please call her now. If you call her any minute late, she's going to take the whole evening to thank her team. You know, she has got an entire army.
Just imagine if all these were paid employees, how much salary she has got to pay. You know, Nitin, every third master I meet is in her PR team. So let's put our hands to welcome DTM Deepa. Who's going to be our next participant, Nitin?
We have a Toastmaster in our district who has mentored many clubs and members.
Oh yeah, and he's now taken mentoring to a whole new level. You know, he's now mentoring someone called Swara.
Swara? Who's Swara? Swara Bhaskar?
Oh no, naughty Nitin. Swara is his new parrot, which he has just adopted. So let's spread our wings to welcome our big B, DTM Balaji.
Everybody.
Good evening, sir. Good afternoon, sir. So, who's going to be our final participant on the hot seat, Nitin?
I'll make it a little difficult for you. Let me ask you a question. What will the district director do after 30th June?
Exactly what Robin Anand did last year. Take membership in a debating club. right?
Yeah, he must have lost all the arguments. He wanted to learn how to argue. Please welcome DTM Anand. DTM Robin Anand, if you are here, can you please come? Or I
Is he
believe
there?
he's not joined the meeting yet.
I can't find him.
Oh, okay. So I think he's there today. So let's put our hands to welcome the three hot people on the three hot seats to face the fire. Let's roast them. Zoom Master, can we spotlight our participants? DTM Deepa, DTM Balaji, and DTM Gurbinder Puri.
They are already on Spotlight.
Our first participant for the day, DTM Deepa. Are you ready?
Yes, please be kind.
Take a breather, take a breather. If you want, you can have some water, not a problem. It's going to be very easy, Deepa ma'am. All you have to do is be honest, okay? Let me explain.
She can't.
She can't? Let's see.
She can't.
Let's see. Deepa ma'am, let me explain how the game works. I'll give you one name and you need to say one word that comes to your mind to describe them, okay? Let me give you an example. When I say Gurbinder, though I can be a good girl like how Steven said and say charming, but because I'm very honest and it runs in my blood, I'm going to say Patiala pig. Did you get it? Did you get it?
Yes, yes.
Chill. Okay. So are you ready?
Yes.
And you cannot take much time. The first word that comes to your mind, okay? And you need to be honest.
Okay.
Okay. I think Deepa ma'am is sweating. Anyways, here goes. Suryakant.
Cool.
Deepa Godwani.
Charming.
Jamile.
Wonderful.
TP Anand.
Funny.
Harish.
Fierce.
Saro.
Diplomatic.
Nitin.
Innocent.
Nelson.
Cool.
DTM Deepa. You failed miserably. I'm thoroughly disappointed to see that you've not followed any of our rules. And definitely you are not honest. Nitin, over to you for the next participant. Let's see how he fares.
Thank you.
I believe
I was
Deepa,
honest actually.
Yeah, Deepa ma'am was honest. She called me innocent.
I mean, this is what I
That's
know
fair.
about.
She gets 0 marks.
But I think DTM Robin is not there. So
Okay.
I believe you can continue with DTM Balaji, please.
Okay, now our next participant for the day, DTM Balaji, are you ready? DTM Balaji?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Hello?
Yeah, are you able to hear?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm able to hear you. So are you ready?
Right.
So if we're not able to hear you. Hello?
Are you able to hear now?
Yeah, we're able to hear
Am I
now.
clear?
Yeah, now we are clear. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to read out the phrase and you've got to fill in the blank. Okay. For example, if I say Rania must learn, and you can say more Hindi words other than Zindagi. Did you get it?
Yep.
Shall we start?
Of course.
Okay, here it goes. Deepa Surendran can.
Start dressing better.
Robin must.
Stop speaking.
Nelson loves.
My parrot.
Anil Gangadharan cannot.
Can't meet me at all. I've tried for last 1 year.
Sri Raman likes.
Sri Raman actually doesn't like. He loves all Toastmasters.
Stephen always.
Finds areas of improvement in everyone.
Soumya needs.
Grammar classes.
TP Anand hates.
TP Anand hates good people.
DTM Balaji, you've done fairly well, I have to say. That was wonderful. You were more honest than DTM Deepa. But still, you've got a long way to go because you've given some diplomatic answers, you see. Like for Stephen, come on. Over to you, Nitin, for the final participant of the first session.
As they say, we have kept the best for the last. DTM Gurbinder, are you ready?
Can you hear me?
I can, sir. Totally in love with your voice.
So kind of you to unmute me. I'm really very, very honored to get unmuted.
So have I told you I love you?
No, you haven't so far, and please don't tell it to me. Go tell it to somebody else because I also have better choices in life.
So to take you through the next few set of questions, there's a small drill and I'll take you through that drill. You need to recruit the following who would best suit for the following according to you. Like I'll give you an example, villain for your next upcoming movie. And here you can take any name. Let's say Nelson, for obvious reasons, you know. You got the drill, right? All set? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Head chef for a party you are planning.
Sorry, just repeat that.
Head chef for the party you are planning.
Nagarajan. BKD.
Air hostess.
Air hostess. Deepa Surendran.
You took time and you said you had a lot of options, but good. Steal the sweetest mangoes from your neighbor's garden.
Steal the sweetest mangoes from your neighbor's garden. Okay, let me ask if Saro would do that.
Babysitter.
Oh, never trust your baby with anybody except for Sriraman Vadyar.
Radio jockey.
For radio jockey, we have already allotted that position to Stephen George.
Stephen George. And which radio he's going to play? Which?
We still have to create that station.
Oh, okay. Thank God it's not available till now. Newsreader.
Oh, newsreader, we have our Soumya Rangarajan here.
Oh, fashion designer.
Fashion designer. Let me give that position to Vidya Rani.
Stand-up comedian.
Stand-up comedian. It used to be me earlier, but I will pass that right now and maybe hand over to Rania for a change because she sends me the comedy pictures every day morning.
So it was good, but if I have to rate that, I will give you 2 out of 10. The same marks how much I scored in my board exams. Thank you so much, sir.
You did well, my friend. I'm sure. Yeah.
You also tried well, sir. You can try your luck next time, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Nitin, what a lie that was. Did you really get 2 out of 10? You got zeros, what I know. Anyways.
Can't say that on platform like this.
Yeah, I know. That's why you've given yourself 2. I understand that. Anyways, let's put our hands together to give a big round of applause for all these participants who proved that they were all good liars.
And to all the viewers who are watching this, let me tell you, these participants are getting nothing.
So let's move on, Nitin, to the next series section of the day.
Oh, so it's time for my break.
Yes, I am joining as well. You can't go alone. But before we go, we need to hand over this, right? For this, let me introduce a person who's got special powers, you see.
And who's this?
She's one person in the newsletter team who can edit Arabic articles without knowing a single word of Arabic. Guess who?
The fighter Toastmaster, DTM Saro.
Absolutely right. So let's put our hands to welcome DTM Saro, who will take us through the release of newsletter for Division M. Over to you, DTM Saro.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Padmaja, first of all, for letting my secret out. And Nitin, I'm surely coming to fight you, okay? All right. Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure and privilege to take you all through the Division M newsletter. Before I do that, let me introduce a very important member of Division M. She joined Toastmasters in 2015 and is a member of 3 clubs, 2 in Oman and 1 in UAE. She served as Division M director when it was formed for the first time. So she's the first Division M director. By profession, she's into healthcare services. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome DTM Vidya Rani to say a few words and help to release the Division M newsletter. Over to you, DTM Vidya Rani. Ajay, you need to unmute her.
I have asked you, there would be a request.
Thank you for unmuting me. And thank you, Saro. I was actually under the guard thinking that you're going to roast me as well, but thank you for sparing me in the introduction. What a delight to be here in the event of so much fun, and at the same time, having an opportunity to release Division M's newsletter. Thank you, DTM Deepa Surendran, for considering me and giving me this opportunity. I'm truly honored. And I had this really proud privilege of being the first Division M director. It literally, I think, fell on my lap when I was sitting and praying, when I was contesting against one of my dear friends, but very senior Toastmaster. And it was Division D during that time. And then it happened, the Division M happened, and I got this opportunity. And that year will definitely be the most memorable year of my lifetime. And that's when I truly made some real good friends who will be friends for life. And what an opportunity to be a part of Division M. I'll tell you why Division M is very, very special. Not just for me because I represent Division M, but I think for entire District 105. Do we have a timer, Saru? If you allow me to speak, I might go on and on. Deepa, yes. I'll watch you, Deepa. Thank you. If you look at the incoming leaders of district and the top 4, this year it's special because instead of 3, we have 4 people on the top rank as district leaders. And my dear friends, do you know that the top 2 positions, or among the 4, 2 positions actually come from Division M? Our own incoming district director, DTM Gurbinder Punji, whom we all love immensely and he loves us back, represents Division M. And the incoming Club Growth Director, one of the Club Growth Directors, Distinguished Toastmaster Jamil Shakib, also comes from Division M. Can you believe, can any other division beat this? Can I get a huge round of applause for this, please? That's a truly proud moment for us representing Division M. And when the term says M, it actually means am. And I am. And it gives you a sense of feeling that I am and I belong to this place. And it just gives you a sense of being home or being there where you could be truly yourself. That's the feeling every single member who participates in every single club actually gets a feeling in the Division M. I've been attending many such events of various clubs in Division M, and that's the feeling we get. And being here as getting the opportunity to release the newsletter. What does a newsletter does to us? It's a beautiful souvenir that we can hold on to it. It stays in one of our favorite folders of 2020, 2021, which we could go back and reflect on. Look at all those memories. And every single person who got an opportunity to write in this newsletter, I'm sure, went down those memory lanes and relived those beautiful moments that transformed our life. Every lady who could actually be bold enough to speak up her mind, every man who could stand up for himself in his professional life, actually learned out of this every exercise that we have gone through, and newsletter is one such. So here I am, proudly dedicating and representing District 105 to release the newsletter, and I request DTM Saro to please take us through this beautiful newsletter. Over to you, DTM Saro.
Thank you so much, DTM Rani, Vidya Rani, for sharing those lovely words.
Thank you. I don't mind to be told Rania because she is the dearest friend.
Yes. All right. Okay. So let's now take a look at the Division M newsletter. Okay. So let me first. Yeah. I think everyone can see my screen. Yeah. All right. So if you look at first, this is the cover page of the newsletter, and if you see, you have the letter M on it, which represents Division M, and our designer, Toastmaster Manpreet, has inserted about 38 pictures of the Division M members. So you need to give a kudos to her for this tremendous feat to have created such a beautiful logo of M with the Division M members. Next up, we have the table of contents. We have the Division M team. Then we have messages from the editorial desk. Then we have from the editorial team. And as usual, we have messages from the district trio. From all three of them, we have the messages, which was covered in by Toastmaster Shilpa. All three of them have given messages. And then we also have message from the district PR manager. This we cover in all our newsletters. And we have the message from the Division M director. And here we actually have covered all the area directors and the clubs under the area. So there some message from all three of them. We have done that here. Now, this is a regular feature of our newsletter, which is an insight into the division. And this is insight into Division M, where we'll get to know how the division was formed, its growth, and its achievements. These pages cover the insight into Division M. And here, yeah, this is again, and if you notice, the title of the theme of Division M is Motivators and Makers. So all these pages cover the insight into Division M. Now, these are the two unique articles which you have covered in Division M. This is basically, it covered the oldest club of Division M. This is SAB Toastmasters. If you read this article, you'll come to know how this club is thriving, striving, and is a driving force and has stood the test of time. So this is the article on that. Then we have another unique article. This is about the teachers in Toastmasters, the teachers who belong to the club called Wise Men's ISG. In this, we have drawn light onto the idea that learning is constant. So all these pages covers that article which I was just mentioned. All right, then Division M has two Arabic clubs. So we have two Arabic articles from Division M, from the two clubs, Creative Toastmasters Club and Ibri Toastmasters Club. So this is the Arabic articles. All right. And then we have something with the stars and stalwart. This is also another regular feature of our newsletters. Here we have covered all the stars of Division M. Right. So these are the stars of Division M. This goes on, and these are the events, all the events which Division M conducted this year. So if you look at it, these are all the events. Sorry, oops. Yeah. Okay, and now these are the member musics. Now, this is something very unique in Division M, that the members of Division M are very enthusiastic to share their memorable moments. So we have about 16 members here who actually have shared the memorable moments. So please do read that. And then we have the feature, we have covered the club photographs. All the clubs have been covered in this. we have area 6, and then we have area 38, and then we have area 51. We have covered all the clubs. And this is the district news from the month of April to the month of June. That's the last Toastmaster year, month of the last month that the Toastmaster year ends. And this is the acknowledgement page where we have thanked all those who have contributed to this newsletter. So thank you so much for helping us to bring out this newsletter. Now I'll stop sharing the screen and I'm going to introduce another important member of Division M to accept this newsletter. Now he is according to him, he is a passionate Toastmaster who believes in life we have lots of opportunity and only those who are smart enough can take those opportunities. Well, I came to know that this person, his favorite things are worms. You know why? Because an early bird catches the worm. And DTM Saif is an early bird who was smart enough to be there on time and become the Division M director. Don't you think so? He loves working with the team. Hope his team feels the same. Please put your hands together and welcome the Division M Director, DTM Saif Al-Bidwawi, to please accept the newsletter.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saro. Well, having this much of stars in my division, in Division M, I have no other word to say. I accept this newsletter officially from District 105. With this regard, I'm also very delighted and would like to thank the team who were there with us to complete, and a special thanks for the project managers for this particular task, which was Toastmaster Rishika Jain. She took over the entire process with everybody internally and she make it done. Now, one thing which I really would like to share it with everybody. The first meeting we had with the newsletter team, they came and then they say, Saif, the deadline for submitting the final article for everything, if I remember it right, it was 15 June. And I was there in that meeting with the project manager, which was Toastmaster Rishika Jain. So I told them, if that is your deadline, so my deadline in Division M will be 15 May. And it was like a shock to Rishika, and they say, Saif, you're giving us short time to do, while you're also giving the same time for the district team, almost 1 month for us and 1 full month for them also, just to combine the data. And I remember the thing I told her on that day, if everything is moving forward together, then success take care of itself. That is something I have learned from Henry Ford. Now, there is nothing wrong to do a task in a short period. However, if you have a good planning, that will go easily. And this is what I really learned from Division M during this 1 full term. I learned you cannot do things just by come and do. No, you have to take step, sit with the team, put a proper planning, and based on that planning, you execute. And then the best thing out of it, don't wait till the last minute. You give yourself enough time in case of you require to change anything. So that was a great experience I have seen in Division M. And I'm sure by going through the article, you will understand what I really mean. I might not be able to give that full message on three minutes. However, I encourage everybody to go through that article and then get to know more about Division M in more details. Trust me, there is lots of things we have been doing, and it was there before. We just continue the journey in a Toastmaster, but I'm very happy and very proud that where we have reached today with the team, according to how we put it nicely on a newsletter, it will be good for all of you to go through it. Thank you for the opportunity, and over to you, Toastmaster Saro.
Thank you so much, DTM Saif. wonderful words and accepting the newsletter. Now my task is over. I hand it over back to our lovely MCs, Padmaja and Nitin, who are going to do more roasting now. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Saro. Now I believe everyone is waiting for fun session number 2.
And to complete what we have started, we are going to put another 4 officers, whoever is available, on the hot seats.
And to roast them, we can't think of any better Toastmaster. But here's the thing. She can't remember her own speech. But when you relate it with a movie, she'll remember it. For example, you ask her, when is Priyanka Chopra is planning a baby with her husband, Nick Jonas? She'll have the answer as quick as you can think of.
TM Radha, right?
Correct.
And the other person who's going to roast is, she goes underground whenever she designs the newsletter. So deep that we need to dig all the burrows to get her out. Can you guess, Nitin?
I know her. Toastmaster Manpreet, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So let's put our hands to welcome Radha and Manpreet, who will take us through fun session 2. Over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Padmaja and Nitin, for that roasting session. What do you think, Manpreet?
I know. If only I knew the thing they were going to talk about me, I would have found good words for Nitin and Padmaja. Anyway, just wait for it.
Okay, hang on, Manpreet. Before we start this segment, I have a quiz for you. Let me see how you can answer this. Tell me, whose quote is, teamwork makes the dream work?
Of course, our District Director DTM Nelson's quote.
Oh, you see, he has used it so many times that the entire world believes that it is his quote. Just for your information, it was actually John Maxwell, the famous American author's quote.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so why not call DTM Nelson as our first contestant? And yeah, DTM Nelson, can we have you? Yeah. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Manpreet.
So Radha, you asked me one question. Let me ask you another one. Do you know what a logistics manager actually do?
Yes, of course I know. You know, he's got a very responsible job. He's the person who arranges food, who arranges the venue. In fact, he's the person who's important for arranging any meeting.
Radha, in the last year, we never attended any meeting physically. We never ate any snacks, which means the only thing DTM Anil Gangadharan did was to arrange Zoom links.
Yeah, looks like. Let's call him as a second contestant, DTM Anil Gangadharan. Maybe please request you to take the hot seat, please.
Just a second, Radha. I'm getting a call from my friend Deepa.
Oh my God, Manpreet, another Deepa. You know, my phone book is full of Deepas.
Same here, Radha. And do you know what? Even in District 105, there are 2 Deepas. And can you tell what the main difference between the 2 are?
Yes, of course, it's very simple, Manpreet. One is always on WhatsApp 24/7. And the other one, you can't trace her even in case of emergency because she's never on WhatsApp.
I see. Why not call Deepa Godwani to come and take the hot seat? Deepa Godwani, please.
Is she there?
I can't see her.
I think she left.
Okay, fine. Okay. Well, Manpreet, I always wonder, how does Rania manage to attend every single meeting, every day, in every part of the world?
Radha, that is because she never has a bad hair day.
Well, she's going to be our third contestant who is going to take the hot seat. Can the Zoom master please spotlight?
Timer and our 4 contestants who have taken the hot seat.
Are we good to go? DTM Nelson, are you ready to answer a few simple questions? I can see that DTM Nelson, are you on mute?
Yeah, I think, yes.
Yeah, Radha, ready to take on questions as long as they are simple. You just promised me.
It's very simple. Don't worry at all. Okay,
No
now
worries.
I'm going to give you a set of similes that we learned in school. All that you need to do is, the moment you hear it, you will have to take the name of a Toastmaster. Okay. For example, Manpreet, if I say as hungry as a wolf, whose name comes to your mind instantly?
I think it's Padmaja. She's always hungry about the idlis, yeah?
Okay, we have made it simple for you, Nelson. Here you go. Cool as a cucumber. You'll have to just answer in one word.
Anil Vidyadharan.
Okay. As fresh as a daisy.
Rania Abura.
Okay. As busy as a bee.
Oh, undoubtedly, Deepa Surendra.
Sly as a fox. You have to be honest, okay?
Sly as a fox.
You can't take time.
Rupesh Tanna.
Okay, it's it. Okay, who's as quiet as a mouse?
KL Nagarajan, our Region K Director.
Okay, as brave as a lion.
As brave as a lion. Our Kanti Mati Kanti.
Okay. As lazy as a cat.
Toastmaster Jacobs from Oman.
Okay, this one is my personal favorite, okay? Who's as famous as the Big B, Amitabh Bachchan?
Our PQD will be Darshan Kul.
Wow, not bad at all. DTM Nelson, you've cracked it. You've aced it.
Thank you.
Over to, can we have a round of applause for DTM Nelson?
Oh, Radha, well attempted quiz. Let me now call DTM Anil Vidyadharan. Please apologize me for mispronouncing your surname before. So DTM Anil, are you ready? I'm going to give you name of a destination. The moment you hear it, you quickly have to tell who in the district would love to go to these places. All right? Okay. So the place is my favorite, Switzerland.
Obviously, DTM Nelson Meneses.
Golsuk.
DTM Deepa Surendran.
I wish it was being day to day.
Deepa Gotwani.
Golden Temple.
Our one and only Paji, Guruvindarpun.
Hawaii.
Yes, our charming Rania Abura.
Louvre Museum.
I would prefer TP Anand.
Why so?
Calculating always.
Hollywood.
None other than our Big B, but DTM Balaji.
Wow. Thank you, DTM Anil. Interesting choice of people. That was really great.
Okay, is Deepa there? No?
No, I think Deepa Gotwani is not there, so we can continue with a sooner roasting of DTM Rania. DTM Rania, are you ready?
Yes.
Rania, what we will do is we've got some interesting questions. So the first 4 questions Manpreet is going to ask, and the last 4 questions I'm going to ask. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Manpreet.
So we have multiple choice questions for you. And for each of the question, we have 2 options. You quickly have to decide who you would go with. We'll give you the names and you have to decide which one you will choose. So the first one goes here is, who will be your partner in crime? Nelson or Soumya?
Soumya, of course.
With whom would you like to go on a date? Stephen or Robin?
Robin. No hard feelings, Stephen. We tried that before, remember, with the yellow t-shirt, didn't work.
With whom would you like to play Monopoly?
You have to give me choices.
Deepa Surendran or TP Anand?
TP Anand, he's FM.
You have had a big fat party and the house is in a big mess. Whom would you call for cleaning the house after a party? Gurbinder or Deepa G?
No, Deepa G, because we'll share and talk and have fun, you know, we'll have a nice chat talking about the party.
Nice one. Over to you, Radha.
Okay, Rania, just think and answer, okay?
Yeah.
You're giving a very tough maths exam, okay, said by Soumya Rangarajan. From whom would you copy during the exam? Your options are Balaji and Nagarajan.
Balaji.
May I ask you why?
I don't know, he looks more convincing.
Okay, you got a flat tire. Who would you call to change the tire? Will it be Suryakant or will it be Stephen?
No, Stephen.
Stephen, okay. Whom do you think would be a good hairstylist, Rania? Is it Nitin or is it Saiju Victor?
No, Saiju Victor.
Saiju, okay. Your last one. Someone is stalking you continuously and you're planning to hire a bodyguard. Whom will you choose? Anil Gangadhar or Adarsh?
Adarsh.
That's hilarious.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For that answering the questions.
Yeah, we all had so much fun.
We could go on and on and on. Now we would like to hand over the stage back to our charming MCs, Padmaja and Nitin. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Radha ma'am. Thank you, Manpreet.
Thank you. Next, we have another important section for the day, awards. Nitin, I've seen all your flyers. How many awards have you got so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After 6 successful submissions, I have won none.
Oh my God. Did you not follow the TMI brand colors?
No, Padmaja. Nepotism.
Oh, come on, Nitin. If you can't win, it's just blame, isn't it? To take us through this section, we have our energetic TM Pranav. So let's put our hands to welcome TM Pranav to the stage. TM Pranav, are you there?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Good evening, everyone present here. I am Pranav Trikarnar. I belong to Division L and Division B if you all don't know me. So today I'm here to introduce 2 Toastmasters who declare the annual PR awards. So to declare the first set of awards, we have a Toastmaster who is currently a VP Education of JLT Dubai Toastmasters Club. He's been a Toastmaster for the past 3 years in the UAE. He has won several PR awards last year as a VP PR. And now with the PR awards, he's with the team in charge of the planning and execution of exciting awards throughout the year. So before I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Abhinav, I would like to ask him a question. According to the theme, Toastmaster Abhinav, what is your favorite quote?
Thank you, Pranav. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I guess so. Thank you for introducing and sparing any roasting for myself. So to answer to your question, what is the a theme I should select from the background or what? Like, you are on mute, Pranav.
Yes, no, anything according to the theme, Hasta la Vista or anything.
I'll go with the theme which I have selected for the presentation. That is my personal favorite, which goes with VPPR. That is every artist was an amateur once.
Over to you, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Thank you. Thank you, Pranav. And wonderful. Good afternoon, District 105, all the district leaders, the advisors and mentors, and all the beloved Toastmasters. I am Abhinav Daharwal, VP. I was the VP PR of JLT, and now currently I am a part of District PR 105 awards team. So it was always Nisha who used to present this awards, and this time I asked her because I wanted to feel like a Santa Claus. And it's the last event of the year. I'll be sharing with you 3 awards we had, and the awards are: one we have is the Club Scribe Awards, which is for the newsletter. The other one is for the best photo frame, and the last one is the big one, which is the Rockin' Invite for the month of June. So let me quickly share the screen. Could you please confirm if you are able to see my screen?
Yes, Abhinav.
Yeah. So let's start with the first one, which is the Club Scribe Award. This award is for the outstanding newsletter by any of the club, and the parameters we had was a content, creativity, and comprehensive. Now, before I announce the below awards, I want to tell you that it has been a wonderful, wonderful journey for 3 of us. The PR award team is headed by, of course, DTM Nisha Varghese, and we have a partnering with DTM Bipin all the way from Oman. So 3 of us did the planning, and every month and every quarter we had a huge number of entries, more than thousands we have gone through, and it has been a wonderful journey looking at all the awards and knowing that how best the people have put in the efforts for. So, and this particular award, for the last time in this year, we wanted to encourage the newcomers. We have seen that a lot of people who have won earlier have still maintained the benchmark, and they have been consistent with their performance, and they have kept submitting all the entries with us. All of these entries were brand compliant, and we were very we obliged to see all those coming to our way. And this time, for the last time, we wanted to encourage and appreciate people who are new people who have also submitted to us. And for the Club Scribe, we have the 3 finalists as Galaxy Toastmasters Club all the way from Division G, JLT Dubai Toastmasters Club from Division F, and Abu Dhabi Toastmasters Club. These were the 3 entries, and the parameters was content, creativity, and comprehensiveness. And the final, the winner for the Club Scribe for quarter 4 is JLT Dubai Toastmasters Club. And I would like to call, if VPPR TM Devina is here, I would like to congratulate all the members of JLT Dubai Toastmasters, and special congratulations to VPPR TM Devina Pandey. TM Devina, are you here?
Abhinav, I cannot find her.
Okay, so let's move on to our next award. This award is for the best photo frame, and the category was for the a capture wherein the Toastmasters are in positive environment, and we had the parameters as creativity, motivation, and purpose. For this, we got a lot of entries. Most of them were Zoom screenshots, but then we had some of the special few. Take Debate Toastmasters. These are the finalists. We had Galaxy Toastmaster, and then we have ACET Toastmaster. And the winner for the best photo frame is Ace ID Toastmasters Club. Can I have the member, any of the member, TM Happy or the person who has sent me TM Banashri? Are you attending the meeting? It's wonderful to see people outside.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. TM Happy. So can you tell me about this particular photo? First of all, congratulations. You have just won the best photo frame award, and thank you for telling us like how good the previous era was when we were meeting physically, and this photo is really, really beautiful. Happy, you are on mute. Zoom Master, can you unmute TM Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Abhinav, here we decided, COVID is enough. COVID is enough. So we decided to just get on to the park and have a get together, because we started off as an online club, because we are a pretty new club, started out in the last December. So before the heat was catching up, we decided all of us to just meet together for the many of them we were meeting for the very first time, and we had a gala of time, and that really brought in a lot of homogeneity into the club, and the club is doing extremely well after this get together, and we had a great time at the club too. And I have to especially thank my Vice VP Education, Banasri, who really took care to make this event a great success.
Thank you, Toastmaster Happy. I wish you all the best with your new club. And moving on, next we have the most awaited, the Rocking Invites. These are the best club invites which we do monthly awards, and we have the maximum amount of entries coming to us. The parameter again is considered as creativity, motivation, and purpose. And like our MCs have said, brand compliance. So this time we have had a lot of finalists, which you can see on my screen. And I must say, month on month, we have getting better at this. All the people, all the members, all the VPPRs have started complying to the brand guidelines. And this we could see from the kind of entries coming to us. But so just to mention the finalists, we have Bush Toastmasters Club, we had Galaxy Toastmasters Club, Abu Dhabi Toastmasters Club, Friends of Yoga Toastmasters Club, SAP Toastmasters Club, we had JSS Toastmaster Club and ACID Toastmaster Club. And the winner for this June Rocking Invites goes to and is shared by we had VPPR Toastmaster Taslina for Bush Toastmasters Club, and you can see why it's a winner. We had TMOD DTM Karthikeyan presenting the very funny cover. To Friends of Yoga Toastmaster, and the award goes to VPPR TM Vivek Ghimre. Are these people attending the meeting right now?
I cannot find them, Abhinav. Like if they're on the meeting, they can just chat, send a chat, so I can make them active.
Thank you. So all the best and congratulations to the winner. And that's my presentation. Like I said, every artist was first in amateur, and I wish all the best for the next year. And I congratulate all the VPPRs of District 105. Great job done. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Pranav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinav, for declaring the first set of awards. Now we shall quickly move on to the next set of awards. We have a Toastmaster who is a member of the ICAI Toastmasters Club in Abu Dhabi. She is a past Area 41 director. In the district PR team, she is heading the social media team and has handled many social media accounts. She is also considered as a positive energy cell for the people around. So this Toastmaster is DTM Raja. Is she present in the meeting? I cannot see her.
Yeah, she is present. I have asked her to turn on.
Okay.
Hi Raja, I have requested you to unmute and start your video.
DTM Raja?
Hello.
Yes, Raja.
Okay, I had an issue with the camera. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm so pleased to be with you in this session. Throughout our Toastmaster term, it was quite an exciting one that brought a lot of opportunities. We might think at times that situations are challenging, but when we actually take a moment to realize what we have accomplished throughout this year, you will be amazed. This term was not like anyone and not like any other term. It was quite an interesting one. And I would like to speak a little bit about our achievement in this term. 1 minute. Okay, so we started this term in the, 1 second. Okay, so we started our social media team by identifying what are the resources that we are requiring. When you're speaking about social media, you're speaking about promoting not only a team, you're speaking about promoting a whole district and spreading the word of Toastmasters to non-members as well. So with that a clear objective in mind, we started our action point, even quite before the beginning of July. So in June itself, we assembled the team. We worked on the skills that's required with the aim that we are going to enhance the capabilities. Like we're not just looking for people who are capable, those who are very good in editing, have a good experience in social media, but also those who are willing to learn and enhance their skills and knowledge. We never had Instagram and Twitter. It was an opportunity and a platform that were a potential and has a lot of opportunities to spread the word of Toastmasters. So we started Twitter and Instagram completely new. We created the accounts, and from that, we started creating the model and the structure of how we want it to look like. So having leadership quotes was one of the way where we are promoting our leaders. We're encouraging them and promoting them on not only on Toastmasters and the districts and within their clubs, because there are amazing leaders who are not known outside their area. And by sharing this quote, I can hear a noise in the background if you can please mute. And by sharing their daily quotes, it allowed us, it's a huge time investment and it's a huge opportunity to grow. But we didn't want it to only be a routine task. We wanted to inject in it the creativity. And here came the different kind of templates that you have seen, the different kind of designs that added that element of creativity. With Twitter also, we didn't have a Twitter account. And in a very short time, in Twitter, we became 226 followers, from 0 to 226. And in Instagram, we became 703. It's quite an amazing number in a year. And we are still growing. I'm so glad of this improvement, and I'm so glad of the achievement we have achieved so far. YouTube was a platform that had a lot of potentials. And in that, we did not only focus on creating videos. In that, we allowed the community, we allowed Toastmasters and the district to share their videos about, if you go there, you'll see videos about how do you use Canva? How do you create your templates? How you create your videos? So it was a platform for education as well. Not only things that are done by the district, but even those that were also done by the division, in different divisions, of course. It also allowed us to stream important events because of the limited number of people who can join. Others might miss the opportunity of watching those amazing events. So with streaming, live streaming those events and people having a chance to go back and see it in the future, it allowed us to actually increase the engagement. Facebook as of today is 3.4K members, which is a platform where it allows all District 105 to share their achievements and to celebrate each other. We also had amazing videos about conversations with amazing distinguished Toastmasters, which allowed us to learn from their experiences. And not only question and answer style, it was a conversation where you understand and learn from their journey and see where they were and how much they have achieved throughout Toastmasters and how it impacted their life. That's about YouTube, which is a platform that allowed us to be a little bit more creative. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the members that we had in the social media team. So with me in the social media team, we started by having Surya and Purni, and these were amazing Toastmasters who had contributed amazingly to Toastmasters and to the social media team. And now we have two amazing, charming, energetic members. I have with me Ramya, who is also an entrepreneur and a homemaker. She only started Toastmasters in 1 year. And then it gave her an opportunity to network and become more passionate about Toastmasters. And in a very short period of time, she became a member of social media team. And she's the one behind the daily quotes that is being published. We also have Anoop, and Anoop is a very creative Toastmasters. He's the one who's known across the district by his amazing videos. He was behind the initial implementations and the videos in the YouTube. He was also behind all these creative designs because he has this creative twist in all the work that he does. And if I may have a moment, because there is a little bit of time, I would like to see if Anoop and Ramya would like to share a word about their experience in the social media team. I'm not sure if there would.
I
Yeah,
cannot
Anoop.
find them, Raja.
Okay, so they're not here, no problem. So in addition to that, we wanted to promote pathways. And not only promote it in a way that was traditionally done, but promote it in a way where we increase the people who are attending it, increase the interest in linking Toastmasters with your professional gain. Because at the end of the day, it's not about completing speeches, it's not about getting levels and awards, it's about how does it impact your life outside the Toastmaster community as well. So by having amazing videos that shows different people who have completed a certain pathway and the knowledge they gained and the impact that it had on their life and in their career, this allowed us to increase the number of people who are joining pathways. It allowed us to have people who come to us and ask us, what is pathways? What is Toastmasters? How can I use it to leverage and increase and promote myself in my job? So linking it and having it practically used in their daily career and life. I'm having a technical glitch, so I cannot share my the YouTube. I would have loved to share with you a small snippet of the latest 2 conversations that we have. So I will just make the announcement as of now. So in the conversation with distinguished Toastmasters, the last 2 videos were totally different. We added to it a creative twist, where instead of just having the person interviewing someone else, we selected a distinguished, 2 distinguished Toastmasters who had a conversation with one another. The first one is with DTM Balaji and DTM Sujata. And the second one was with DTM Sunil and DTM Ravi. These names are not new to anybody here. However, you'll love and you'll enjoy their journey of success. You'll get a chance to have a look at their life even closer, and you'll get a chance to learn from their experience. So I'll be linking in the chat the link to the YouTube videos. Please take a moment after our amazing event here and go and have a look at it. With that, I hand it back to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Raja. Now this concludes the award ceremony. So I hand it back over to our wonderful MCs of the day, Toastmaster Nitin and Toastmaster Padmaja. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. Wake up, guys! Wake up! Wake up! हो गया, खत्म हो गया, नहीं आएगा वापस.
Now we have come to the last release of the day, guys. Division N newsletter.
And for the newsletter release, let me call on Toastmaster 007 J104.
I know, Radha, isn't it?
Correct.
Let me tell the secret behind this, Nitin. She was called as a judge only once in a contest, and she doesn't want to rename herself after that, you see.
Correct. Talking about renaming before you enter the Zoom calls, I have today joined, someone has joined today in a meeting as Abid, stay off my space. And she's none other than our own Division N Director, DTM Shamima. Please welcome
Yep.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No. You take it. No.
And to help us release this newsletter, we have TM Radha, who will do the honors.
Thank you so much, charming MCs. I feel as if I'm a peanut or a groundnut is being roasted. Thank God it's the last session, otherwise you would have roasted me more. It gives me great privilege and honor to introduce someone who is a Senior Toastmaster of Division N, DTM Abraham Thomas, to release the Division N newsletter. DTM Abraham Thomas has been a proud member of Abu Dhabi Toastmasters Club since 1999. One of the stalwarts of the district, he has held several leadership positions and has been a winner at DTAC several times. He joined Toastmasters to improve himself, which he continues, and he says it's work in progress. His passion is to touch and impact many lives, as many as he can, in a small way. May I now invite DTM Abraham Thomas to release Division N newsletter and say a few words. The stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Radha, for introducing the way you did. And it's always great to be in the midst of people who will, use wonderful adjectives to introduce you. And this is a great change from our normal mundane life, where we are constantly either in the midst of our colleagues at work and most of the time at home. And both of these times, these are not the kind of adjectives we receive, particularly at home. District leaders, division leaders, and area directors, area leaders, and my friends at Toastmasters, good afternoon. It's my proud privilege to be here to release the newsletter of Division N. Like they say, the newest kid on the block. The newest district, the newest division of District 105. I'm doubly privileged because I also happen to be the mentor of this division. And I'll tell you, it has given me so much joy to be not just a mentor for the sake of a title, but to be a mentor in the true sense of the word. I would really like to tell everybody that are present here. Many of us have titles and roles that we take on. And some of them we don't really get to do what we are meant to do. But with Division N and this wonderful Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Shamima, that was not the case. There was constant consultation on various things, be it a small challenge. She was there to call upon the rest of the team and call us up and discuss this and bring it to a fruitful conclusion. A truly great leader, I must say. Let me also tell you this. The other day I was speaking to her very recently, and she said, we probably won't get to be President Select Distinguished Club Division. And I'm just thinking to myself, everybody wants to see fruit the day you plant it, the seed. But I want to today tell you in public, Toastmaster Shamima, you have planted an amazing seed. Sit back and watch that tree grow, and I promise you, you will see the fruits. It doesn't matter. President, Select Distinguished Division, and all of those don't matter. But I want to remind you that you've set a foundation for something that is so beautiful. And I promise you that if I was the next person coming in, I would think twice, because you have set the bar pretty high. So sometimes your work does not necessarily, reflect in the fruit that it produces immediately. But you can sit back, and I promise you, Toastmasters, and I tell you, this is what you're going to see in the years to come. Now, talking about distinguished Toastmaster Shamima, I used to always be very curious, and I've never told her this. Whenever she comes on a Zoom meeting, she would always put D&D. Shamima is Ahmed. And the only times that I've seen D&D before was do not disturb. But the fact of the matter is that she was one person we could disturb any time. And she loved to be disturbed. So I really wanted to give her, instead of D&D, I wanted her to give her a different title to put the next time onwards, because in another 14 days, she will be ex-Division N Director. So why don't you call yourself DDD? Dedicated, dependable, and disciplined. Many Toastmasters are dedicated. Are they disciplined? And are they dependable? The three of these combined together is a mighty force. And that's what you have shown us. And that's what I like about you. Fellow Toastmasters, having said all these beautiful things about her, many of you who know me know that I'm a foodie. Many of you who have seen me, sideways especially, have probably guessed that I'm a foodie. Yesterday, Toastmaster Shamima called me and said two things. Please say all the nicest things you can about me, And in addition to dinner, we will go out to your favorite Baskin Robbins ice cream. The second she told me made even more sense. She said, say something nice about me because I will be speaking after you and I will say some nice things about you also. So Toastmaster Shalima, that was just joke. That was just purely just to bring in a little bit of humor. Every word that I said this afternoon truly is from my heart, and I genuinely mean it. Now, you've asked me to release this newsletter, and you know what? I don't want to speak too much about this newsletter. I'm going to be like somebody who has amazing people who do work, and they bring it to you for signature. You trust them because you know their caliber. This afternoon, I've been asked to release a document that I have not even truly seen. But I can vouch for something. Because I know of the people that have worked behind this, and because of the quality of the previous newsletters, I can only imagine that because this is the final round, they would have given it the final push. And this will probably be the best newsletter District 105 has brought out this year. That is my trust and the confidence of the people that I have. So although this may be the last newsletter that is coming out, fellow Toastmasters, it's not the least, it's probably going to be the best. So division A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M. Hold your breath if you've had, if you thought that your newsletter was the best, because division N is going to be the best. We may not be President Select Distinguished, but our newsletter is going to be the ACIT. So with this, let me take this wonderful opportunity on behalf of District 105 and the people who persisted for me to be here this afternoon, like Toastmaster Deepa, who would not give up. But thank you for having me here, Deepa. And thank you for having me here. I'd like to officially release District 105's newsletter for Division N. Happy reading and God bless. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind and motivating words. It gives me mixed feelings to release, to show you all a glimpse of the newsletter. I'm very, very excited. At the same time, there is definitely something in me which says this is the last newsletter. Let me quickly give you a glimpse of Division N newsletter. After that, I would kindly ask our division director to accept it. So can I share the screen, Zoom Master?
Yes, Radha, you can.
On, is it okay now?
Yes, you can make it big.
Yeah.
Green, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine, right?
Yes, we can see it.
So 1 second, sorry. So sorry, just a second. Yeah. On the cover, we have the division director and the 4 area directors. Next, we have the editorial written by our own Padmaja. Then we have our usual editorial team. We've always been receiving prompt messages from the district trio. And if you want to know which unenumerated thing would Gurbinder sir consider him as a good friend, please do read this. Then we have Rania ma'am and Deepa ma'am's messages. Then we have the division director, the one who is extremely new with a wonderful message. We have our area directors. And then we have an inside. I don't have to talk much about the inside because Saru has already spoken at length about what is an inside. And if you want to know more about Division N, please do read this. Now, every club's dream is to achieve the President's Distinguished Club. And this article is about 4 clubs who have been consistently achieving the President's Distinguished Club status. So do read this article to know what is the secret of their success. Then we have this exclusive clubs I'm not going to reveal much because there is a common thread which bonds their members together. It's a very interesting article, and do read this. There are 4 clubs. These are the stars and stalwarts test section, and something very unique and very interesting about this stars and section is we have 2 Guinness World Record holders who are there. Do read to find out. It's Nancy Roji and Kavla, and we have all other stars. And we were overwhelmed when we received the stars and stalwart section because they were so enthusiastic to share their experiences. Now we have the news and views. Being the youngest division, it's amazing to read that they conducted so many sessions in such a short time. Then we have the member musings, which is one of my personal favorites. And one amazing thing what I found is it's really heartwarming. And being in the newsletter team, I got to read and I reread it. So it's really amazing to read their experiences. And this time, I think we got a record of 21, if I'm not mistaken, the member musings, which is actually a record if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the club photographs. I have to tell one more thing about the club photographs, that we were really inundated with the club photographs and we had a hard time in choosing the photographs. So thank you so much for sending in the photographs. Then this is all the district news till 30th June 2021. And these are the acknowledgements. When I'm speaking about the acknowledgements, this letter would not have been possible without all of you. And a big round of applause goes to our designer, Nitin Mehra, who actually designed this newsletter. With this, I would like to call Division Director, DTM Shamima, to kindly accept the newsletter and say a few words. She's a passionate Toastmaster for a decade who has done masters in biochemistry as well as Hindustani classical vocal. But she says she is extremely passionate about gastronomy. Ma'am, may I kindly request you to accept this newsletter and say a few words.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. On behalf of Division N, I officially accept this district newsletter for Division N. And let me say, thank you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for these wonderful moments. These moments me and Division N will cherish for its sheer poignancy. A brand new division, an amazing collection of its nuances and flavors in the form of a stunning newsletter by the district PR team, and for the person who gave it to me, my most respected and my most favorite, DTM Abraham sir. Someone who commands immense respect in all of our hearts. And I would like to again say in all of our hearts, and adds so much to this moment. Yes, I am immensely nostalgic, humbled, but in a way proud of the year we just traveled. It was a year we came into existence as a new division amidst unprecedented challenges, be it as Toastmasters, be it as individuals, or be it in fact as humanity itself. And today when I flipped through the stunning pages of this newsletter, when I saw the newsletter and when I was sent a draft copy of it and when I just flipped into it, I think not only Division N, we as Toastmasters have held our heads high and proudly stood tall through our sheer resilience, our ability to adapt and remain enthusiastic in the face of challenges. And I guess that's what makes us Toastmasters in its true essence. I take this opportunity to thank the district PR team for their truly monumental efforts to showcase every division through a focused newsletter. The utterly purposeful and committed group led by DTM Soumya from the district PR team handling the Division N newsletter, the incredibly spirited Division N members, and of course the contributors who made it happen as we proudly see it now. But I would like to mention two special names today. Toastmaster Sucheta Udas and Toastmaster Nancy Rosie, who have flattened out their keyboards to get the inputs ready in time and in shape. And I hope the district PR team will agree to it. Allow me to take a bow in honor of all the heroes in our division, the leaders, members, and unsung contributors in whatever way, epitomizing the spirit of service leadership, where service par excellence was delivered with integrity and respect. Thank you, DTM Deepa, for making this event happen. And of course, a big shout out to DTM Rania Abulrub and DTM Gurbinder Singh Pan for a cracker of an eventful year. Let me conclude by saying a big thank you to the calm and composed DTM Nelson Damages, whom I travel at maybe around midnight also, for giving us a wonderful year. And to assure you, Toastmaster Soumya, I won't be disturbing you anymore and I won't give you more tough times, you asking me repeatedly for the articles and this and that. And Toastmaster Radha, see, until 5 minutes before I have been disturbing you, Radha, say this, say that, say that. I won't be doing that anymore. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, DTM Shamima. Padmaja, maybe you can start.
Yeah, okay. Guys, before we start our session, we would like to go for a group photo. Can you all switch on your cameras, please? Zoom Master, can you tell us when it is over so that we can proceed with our session?
Yes, I'll just start taking the pics.
Yeah. Can you please switch on your cameras, adjust yourself so you look beautiful?
Till when we have to keep laughing or smiling?
Till Zoom Master says we are fine.
It started hurting.
Yeah, I know. Keep smiling, Nathan. Otherwise, you'll get like an Aadhaar card photograph, so you better smile.
Zoom Master, you are slow.
It's to cover 4 pages, Nathan.
Sorry, I wasn't ready to. It's done. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
I can see Rania looking like a fairy out of clouds, you know.
Rania was eagerly waiting for this moment.
Is it? Anyways, so we have come to the last and the final fun session. And this will keep everyone on pins.
Oh yes, the most exciting part I can vouch for.
And for this, let's welcome the 3 certified bullies of the district who are going to completely blow us away with their blows.
And you know what? They have been certified by none other than Italian Mafia. They are in demand.
Oh, wow. That's quite an achievement, guys. And believe it, we've been bullied every single day. And DTM Soumya heads the pack. So
before we hand over, just from bottom of our heart, we would like to say if anyone want to complain for us or would like to abuse us, please raise your voice and we'll transfer you to DTM Deepa. Thank you so much.
So let's put our hands to welcome the bullies who have been certified by none other than the International Mafia team, DTM Soumya, DTM Saro, and DM Shilpa. And hasta la vista from us.
Abhi alvida Kehna.
Over to you guys. You're muted, Soumya.
Let Soumya ma'am on mute.
Thank you so much, Ajay, for allowing me to unmute myself. We come to the fag and the last section of our evening today. And as all of you might be thinking, we are pulling everyone's leg, left, right, and center. And is it fair to even roast you people? But trust me, we honestly, from the bottom of our heart, admire the entire district team, all the leaders who've taken us through this challenging year with so much love, faith, and hope. So we only wanted to end this year and send you away with our farewell with some smiles. So that was the only intention. And I'm sure all of you are having a good time and you're not taking anything that we are saying today to heart. DTM Nelson, do I have your word for it? Thank you so much. DTM Gurminder Poon, are you fine with it? I don't see you. DTM Gurminder, are you okay with it? See, actually, this is just a formality, this question, because whether you're okay with it or not, I'm going to continue. Okay. For the last section, what we want to do is we are going to call a few division directors to volunteer. Okay. And you can raise your hands if anybody wants to come on the hot seat to answer a few questions. You can please show the reaction button that you're interested. And our Saru here is quickly jotting down names. And at random, she will choose 4 or 5 division directors to come here. In the meantime, there are some new Toastmasters here who are not very familiar with the district leadership. So I thought maybe we could introduce you to some of them. So Shilpa, I think it's good to start with you, Shilpa. You've been working on this newsletter team for a whole year now. Have you got familiar with all the leaders?
Yeah, I'm still new and I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
So I'm sure you know he's Nelson, Shilpa.
I know that he's a Capricorn and I did happen to read the June forecast today morning. And I'm sorry to say that his love life is going to be challenging for June.
Really? Oh my God, no wonder that man is making chicken biryani every day to keep his wife happy.
I'm not sure how happy she is, but he surely looks mighty pleased.
Shilpa, by now you should know that DTM Nelson always looks mighty pleased. But how will his wife look mighty pleased? This is the recipe which he took to that Foodshala contest and he lost it.
Maybe he should try something else to be more expressive.
You know something, he got so tired of people telling him that he's not spontaneous and he's not expressive. So to prove everybody wrong, he was so nervous also. He went and hugged some girl in Bangkok thinking it was his daughter. But you know something, Shilpa, I must tell you this. Once, I went with him to Abu Dhabi, okay, to attend a demo meeting. And, I have this habit of sleeping off in any moving vehicle. And I have the district director sitting next to me. So how could I sleep? So I thought I started playing a game with myself. So I said, okay, let me count the number of hours DTM Nelson says through this drive. After a few minutes, I had to change the challenge to myself. I changed it. Instead of our counter, I made it a Shalini counter because every 5th word was a Shalini in it. I lost count. Okay, now I think you know enough about DTM Nelson. You want to talk about Rania? Anything you know about her? Shilpa? Shilpa, are you dumbstruck by the term Rania? Is that the effect she has on you?
Yes, Soumya, I am always in awe of this electrifying leader. I heard that she has some static power, though there was a major power cut in Jordan on the day of district elections, she still managed to win the elections.
See, that static power and electric power, I don't know, but she's a very grounded person, And how do I know that? She never loses touch with the basics. And even today, she practices her ABCD very well, the English alphabet. Every day she practices. Say Alexa, for example, I tell her, Rania, what do you have to say about division A? She says, A for authenticity, C for camaraderie, M for magnanimity. And you know what the problem here is? Our poor Nitin can neither understand these words, nor pronounce them, nor spell them. Shilpa, you have a lot more to learn, Shilpa. Let me get you familiar with. Okay, have you heard this quote? Great people don't do different things. They do things differently. Shilpa, have you heard this quote?
Whom are you referring to? Whom are you referring to, Soumya?
Take a guess.
Is it Gurbinder Pant?
Absolutely. At least you've learned to guess right, Shilpa. You know, all of us, of course, I have stopped it, but all of us try to cover our gray hair with black dye. But you know what he does? He buys imported gray dye to cover his black beard.
A little birdie also told me that he's surrounded by so many Keralites that he has finally learned how to blend Patiala peg with the Kerala fish curry.
Oh my God, I'm not going for that lunch or dinner at his house. Okay, you know something? You've seen Anil Gangadharan?
I think it's Vidyadharan, Soumya.
Anil Vidyadharan. You know, they've changed his surname so many times that even when you look at him, what kind of a person does he appear
so
to
many
you?
times.
What kind of
in
a
our
person?
newsletter?
Yeah, what kind of a person? Doesn't he look tough? He looks tough, yeah. Nelson is nodding, he says tough. But actually, Shilpa, he's a very emotional man. You know what? Recently, it seems he was giving his last presidential address. And he was overcome by emotion. And he finally cried.
Cry? But why?
Why? Because he was becoming so emotional and nobody else in the club was feeling bad that he was leaving as the president. So the poor man had to cry. Okay, now come to your, Shilpa, your knowledge is very poor, Shilpa. I need to educate you some more.
Saro, are we ready with, are we ready with our people?
No,
We
I
are
think
ready with our
Soumya
frying pans.
Yeah.
Are you ready with the names?
I'm still searching for them, but Soumya, I think, has still got some people on our list.
Yeah, I have lots of us. This Shilpa is trying to move me away from here.
No. Continue, Soumya.
Shilpa, do you know who? At least this much you should answer correctly, Shilpa, after 1 year on the newsletter team. Even though now you made a huge blunder, you said peekaboo. Peekaboo is not the same as peek. Instead of saying take a peek at the newsletter, you asked everyone to play a game of peekaboo. Okay, do you know?
Soumya, I've been listening to this rhyme ever since.
I think you've been.
I have a 6-year-old daughter and I've been listening to this song since morning. So what do you expect?
I'll forgive you, Shilpa, I'll forgive you. Shilpa, now tell me, do you know who is the Division C director?
Soumya, just
don't know.
I'll tell you.
Shilpa is quickly searching on her computer screen to find the Division C newsletter. Let me tell you, Shilpa, it is DTM Dilip Kumar. And you know what he loves to do in his spare time? He loves to repair things. He's the handyman of his house. He loves to repair things. But the only problem, a doubt I had, we need to check with his wife whether those things work after he finishes the repairs on them. Do you know Dinesh Kumar? Shilpa, take a wild guess. I know your GK is very bad. Take a wild guess, Shilpa. Who's Dinesh Kumar? F for Rania. F for, I think she said friendly. I don't know. Okay. Shilpa, Dinesh Kumar is our Division F director. You know something? He's the best friend of our Deepa Surendra. And you know, Deepa calls me about 6 times in the day. So just imagine how many times she'll call Dinesh. Want to take a guess?
Obviously more than 6 times, Soumya. Understood, right?
Yeah, and you know, he's so cool, calm, collected that he's the only one who doesn't get flustered by Deepa's instructions. Deepa is not agreeing. She's sweating now. Deepa, I won't reveal anything else about you. All those conversations we have, no, I won't tell the others about it. Okay, now this one you'll have to get. Saru, maybe you want to try?
Yes, okay.
There's one division director who I call the right man. Who could this be?
I know, he's here today.
Yeah, who is it?
Is it the division edge director?
Absolutely right. And why am I calling the right man, Saru?
Because kahin pe nigahein, kahin pe ishara.
Absolutely. He always sits at right angles to the crowd. So if you're looking at him, his vision will be perpendicular to you. Can I just do one more, please?
Yes, please, Soumya. Please go ahead.
No, there is one division director who's in the wrong field. He's so dramatic. He's so filmy. And you know what he did? He his common lines to me are, "Kaha suna sab maaf kar do. Aapka aashirwad mere sir pe hamesha rahe." Saru, you want to say something?
Yes. When we were doing division I, we were like, "Aapka aashirwad hamare pe raha rahe. Article dijiye."
Absolutely. Now, I've got a lovely one. I have to share this with you. You know, all those who've read Mills and Boon and romantic novels will know how a hero is described. Smart, tall, dark, handsome. And then, you know, the face is described with jaws, lines, and angles. But this time, I got a very interesting description from Division M. A very charming lady told me that their Division M director is a perfect gentleman. And she describes him further. Do we have the Division M director here? Because we need you to demonstrate what I'm going to read. So she tells me that our division director is a gentleman. He has a deep, throaty, genuine laugh which sounds like a bus which is just about to take off. So can we have Division M Director Saif? We would love to hear this laugh which sounds like a bus starting.
I think he's left. He knew you will ask him to demonstrate, Soumya.
Taken the bus.
He's starting the bus.
Okay, so with this, I will stop. And for those of you who are upset with us, just remember, believe in karma. What goes around will come around. There is a team plotting here to roast us. So wait for that day. So by then, Saru, do you have the members ready for the next quiz round?
Yes, I did get one volunteer. DTM Nagarajan is the only one who raised his hand. So he's going to be in the hot seat. So Ajay, please spotlight him. Okay, and yes, DTM Sriraman, we are already targeted you, but good you raised your hand. So DTM Sriraman. And I think Toastmaster Harish is in the house. Toastmaster Harish, can you please put on your camera? Toastmaster Harish. Come on, where are you? Come on, show yourself. Toastmaster Harish. Okay. Then we have Toastmaster Suryakant. He's also there. So Suryakant, where are you? You're there.
Give me some time. I'm a human, not a machine.
Okay. All right. Stephen, Toastmaster Stephen, are you still here? Toastmaster Suryakant is there.
Yes, Stephen, I cannot find him.
Oh, he left, is it?
I think he just renamed himself to something else.
Something else. Okay. So right now we have four. These are the 4 division directors on the hot seat. So first, before we start asking them some hot questions, we've got some things to introduce them. Like, you know, Shilpa, you want to start about Toastmaster Harish?
Taro, tell me one thing. Which division is the mother of all divisions?
How can I not know? DTM Toastmaster Harish keeps reminding me, don't forget your mother division. Don't forget your mother division. Even if you're going to Division L, remember Division B is your mother division. So that's Toastmaster Harish. All right. Okay. For Toastmaster Nagarajan,
Yeah.
I've heard that he wins all arguments with less logic and more humor. Now, when there were very few responses from the audience, he begs them, can you please laugh at something? Can you please laugh at something? So I think we have to do just that now. Audience, can you please try to smile at least when DTM Nagarajan is giving replies? Can you please all do that for us? Great. Wonderful. Okay, next up we have DTM Sriraman. Now, Swami, I want to talk something about DTM Sriraman. You interacted with him a lot when you were doing the newsletter.
You know something, Saru, after interacting with Sriraman, I realized it's so important for everybody to have some passion in life. See, because in Toastmasters, we have table topics to answer all the time, correct?
Yes,
so now when you have one passion, whatever the topic is, you can bring it back to that. So Sriraman knows cricket. I'm told he's a bookworm and he reads a lot, but he's so passionate about cricket. Once I talked to him about the weather, he brought it back to how we cannot play cricket in that weather. Then I once spoke to him about leadership and he spoke to me about, I think, Dhoni. I'm not very well informed. So I patiently heard an entire table topic on cricket. I speak about debate, it comes back to cricket. I speak about Nelson, it comes back to cricket. So it's so important to have a passion like his. Who's our next one, Saru?
Yes, next one we have
Suryakant.
Yeah, Suryakant, you have lots to say about him. I know that.
I have lots to say about Suryakant. He's a very sweet man. He's an extremely helpful man, but he only responds when you threaten him. You know what? I never got his message for the newsletter. So what I did on the last day, I sent him a draft of the newsletter with just his page absolutely empty. You won't believe it, in 10 minutes I got his message. More recently, during the debate contest, he was the only division director who didn't give me his team names. So you know what I did? I told him, I wrote a very polite message in the group and I said, division directors, if we don't get your team name, you'll be probably giving a walkover to the other team. In 2 minutes, I got the team name. That means he just waits for the threaten to be issued. So now, Saru, over to you. Let's start our quiz with these people on the hot seat.
Okay, yes. Let me first come back to the main screen. Yeah, all right.
I'm
So we've
scared
got
of
some
teachers.
questions. Yes, I didn't hear.
I'm scared of teachers like Soumya.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Yes, anybody?
Anybody? Okay, so
Saru,
we'll
do
start
one thing,
with.
Saru. Be fair, okay? Ask one question to each of them.
Yes, that's what we decided. I forgot. I got so carried away by this, like, there's so many handsome men staring at me now. I was like, who should I give the most time? So, okay, fine. Okay, Toastmaster Harish, what do you envy about DTM Faiz?
Who is Faiz?
The Division M director, the Toastmaster Faiz, the Division E director. What do you envy about him?
Yeah, he has a Omani passport.
Okay, all right. Good one. All right. Shilpa, you want to ask the next one? Or
No, Saru, you ask all of them one question each.
Okay. DTM Nagarajan, what should Stephen borrow from you?
My youth.
Toastmaster, your youth. Love that. Okay. Now, the DTM Suryakant.
Yes.
What is the secret behind DTM Sriraman's success? That is like a lot of silence.
Can I answer?
His awesome team.
Awesome team. That's a very, very honest answer. Cricket.
Yeah,
Somebody put cricket in the chat. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. DTM Sriraman, what do you think Harish wants to steal from you? Toastmaster Harish wants to steal from you.
My humor sense.
Okay. All right. Back to Shilpa for the next 4 questions.
Is Shilpa frozen?
Yeah. She
Frozen,
cannot
yeah.
even ask a question to us.
No, I think she's back. Yeah.
Shilpa, over to you.
She's thawed now.
She's thawed now. Yes.
Okay. So this question is for DTM Sri Raman. Who do you want to have a boxing match with? Please
Gurbinder
don't
Singh
take-
Pant.
I thought you'll be taking a cricketer's name. Thank you. So next question is for the Division B director. What advice will you give Saif, who is the Division M director?
Why you guys want to set me with Saif? Saif, come over to Dubai. Let's do some business here.
The borders are open. I'm sure he's on the way in the bus.
Yeah.
So the next question is for the Division D director. Where is Sujal?
Where is?
He's just behind me.
Okay, the next question is for DTM Nagarajan.
Yeah.
If you had to rename yourself, what would that be?
Padmaja.
That was a good one.
Advaita, I hope you're hearing this.
You'll be stealing all your idlis.
Shilpa, you done?
Yes, over to you, Soumya.
Thank you, Shilpa. You heard Shamima just now, and she's such a sweet person. Harish, who do you think Shamima will quarrel with? He's muted. Harish has deliberately muted himself.
No. I'll tell you. Shamima would quarrel with last year's DTAC chair for taking time in refunding the payments.
Okay. Shamima, are you hearing that?
Good one.
Sri Raman, what do you think Harish would want to steal from Dinesh? If Harish could steal something from Dinesh, what would it be?
Deepa Surendran of Division F.
Good answer.
Sir. If DTM Pankaj had to sing a duet, who would he sing with?
You asking me?
Right? No, I'm asking Nagarajan.
Yes. Repeat.
If DTM Pankaj were to sing a duet, who would he want to sing it with?
Maybe with Saro.
With Saru?
No.
I never knew you could sing so well.
Left, right.
Her speech is like a singing.
Surya, there's
Yes.
a question coming your way.
Yes.
When are you going to change your habits?
Started already.
Already? Thank you. So, you mean our roasting has had some effect?
I'm scared of your threats.
Okay. Saru, you can do one last round if you wish.
Yes, I will do a last round. Okay. Toastmaster Nagarajan, DTM Nagarajan. Okay. Who do you think will get fined for driving very slowly? Not the division, their car. Who do you think will get fined for driving very slowly? I specify not the division, their car.
Their car.
Who will be fined?
Anil Vidyadharan's car.
Okay.
Thank
Alright,
you,
good
sir,
one.
for specifying that it's not division. Otherwise, you would have taken my name.
Oh, maybe I should have done that. Okay. Toastmaster Harish, who do you think gets angry for not being addressed as DTM? He's searching.
I'm figuring out from the figures, at least from here. Soumya.
Soumya. Ah, oh. Should have called her DTM Soumya then, no?
I told you about karma, no?
Okay, okay. Okay, DTM Sriraman. We have so many trainers in our division. Who should stop training?
Oh, that's a very interesting question.
Okay.
Probably DTM Abraham Thomas.
Okay. All right. So last question. That's for DTM Suryakant. Who do you think sits in shorts and jacket during online meetings? Who do you think sits in shorts and jacket during online meetings?
Toastmaster Suresh Karta.
Okay.
I have seen him in debate.
I know. We heard as much. I think this was the perfect answer. We know that everybody came to know that. Okay, great, wonderful, great job, guys. And you were just a sport to be on the hot seat, answered all of them well. Back to the MCs or back to Deepa, right, Soumya?
Yes, I think it's back to Deepa. We've come to the end of the program. So now Deepa will give her all the time to thank her army of PR members. Over to you, Deepa Surendra.
Thank you, my dear public relations team for making this event such a wonderful one. I hope everybody enjoyed, and good evening, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed, and please don't take any offense. And one more thing, if anybody wants to conduct similar sessions, we are still available. Actually, I know my team is waiting for me to roast them, but I'm really kind and generous over here. I'm straight away going to the vote of thanks. Without taking much of your time. Thank you very much, everyone, whoever joined over here. Our wonderful MCs, Toastmaster Nitin and Padmaja, thank you very much. And this is the effort they have put forward to have this wonderful evening in this particular fashion was amazing. Like 2-3 weeks of their time, supported by the newsletter team, was like a really thank you, both with the support of and our newsletter team. Then our district officers, division director, DTM Sandeep Vangsaka, our DLC chair, and Toastmaster Stephen for releasing the newsletter, and Toastmaster Shilpa for facilitating the release. Again, for Division M newsletter release, thank you very much, DTM Vidya and DTM Safe for coming over and releasing this newsletter. Thank you, Saro, for taking managing the proceedings. Thank you. Then distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Thomas, thank you very much for finally agreeing to be sharing your screen with the public relations team. Thank you very much. And thank you, DTM Shamima, for coming over and releasing the newsletter. You have taken a lot of efforts, DTM Shamima, DTM Stephen, and DTM Saif for releasing these newsletters. For last 3 months, you were supporting us. Thank you very much. And Toastmaster Radha, thank you for facilitating Division N newsletter release. Now, our awards and social media updates were given by or announced by Toastmaster Abhinav and distinguished Toastmaster Raja. There is a mistake in the screen, and I will correct it before releasing the certificate. Thank you very much, DTM Raja. And our communications team, these are the pillars of our communications team. They have circulated the invite to everyone in the world, not only to Toastmasters, but to the entire world. Thank you, Toastmaster Alexander. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Abida and Sianlia. Thank you very much. Now our rosters. Toastmaster Manpreet, Toastmaster Pranav, Toastmaster Soumya, Toastmaster Saro. I didn't put the photos repeatedly because you were the entire newsletter team were spending your time for making this event a successful one. Thank you very much. Now our infrastructure team, And Toastmaster Shafiq for doing the call to order, Toastmaster Kiran for making the wonderful background and all other agenda, the required documents for this particular event, Toastmaster Kasim and Ajay, who has just 2 hands to do the muting, unmuting, everything. Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay, for managing the Zoom session from beginning till end. Thank you very much. And this is my team. Thank you all for a wonderful year of wonderful experiences. Amazing year. I hope you all learned something. And if I pushed you a little too much, please forgive me. On the other side, I hope you have learned something. I hope we will work together in future as well. Thank you very much. And whoever came over and sat on the hot seat, thank you very much. Hope you didn't take any offense. And with that, let me close this particular meeting. This is the final public relations event of the year, and entire year you all supported us. Thank you very much. Let's close.